and we are currently on Restream, and we are on two streams as we speak. We are currently on TweetDeck. We are also on Twitch, and we are also on the NFL Network right now, all through Restream, which is wonderful. So all you have to do is click one button, and you have this right in front of you, as I do. And it's quite helpful. As you can see, right now in the AFC, Miami is in first place. And for many, that is a shock. Now, if you look, we've got the Buffalo Bills, who have 4 wins and 2 losses. And Buffalo, in many people's eyes, was the main contender of winning the AFC East. We are currently looking at some of the notifications. And Maria, thank you for your inspiration this morning. We appreciate you. We also appreciate Coach Turby. Thank you for what you do. I'm glad that you liked the visual. That's awesome. Thank you to Nino. We appreciate you as well, as much as Greg Shaw. All right, who else is with us right now? We also have Georgia and Edward Sim and Tony D. So let's see here. You can also show the comments. All you have to do is hit the button. And now I have a little tray in front of me here that will give me the comments. Now, if you have the pro version, you can get up to 5 streams simultaneously running with the comments. Now, the comments aren't always super quick. There's sometimes a little bit of a lag of about 30 seconds to a minute, but it's excellent considering all the things that this does at the same time with such clarity. So if we look, let's look again here. All right. So we are looking at New York Jets, who are currently at 3-3, 3 wins, 3 losses. They look like they just need one more win, and they're in the midst of it. In the AFC, we've got the Baltimore Ravens, who have 4 wins and 2 losses. Pittsburgh, which is quite shocking, has 3-2, 3 wins, 3 losses. I hope it's not 3 losses. It's 2 losses so far. Pittsburgh, I thought, honestly, was going to do a little bit better this year. The Cleveland Browns were unbelievable last week with the upset that they pulled off. They are one of the teams that you never know where they're going to come from week to week, and very difficult to bet on. The Cincinnati Bengals are looking like they're starting to get their footing, and it could be sometime before we see them gel the way that they should. So if we look here, as you can see, we have a slight win last week at 17-13 with Seattle. And coming up soon, they're going to be playing the 49ers, and that will be one hell of a battle. Also, on week 9, they're against the Bills. So they have back-to-back real challenges ahead of them. Interesting here. Okay. Let's flick this. So what I have to do is go into the streaming function here. And you can have multiple windows open. I guess it depends on your computer, but this is all a web-based application. So your computer doesn't have to be state of the art for it to be clear and stable. So we are going to look at TweetDeck here, and it will place it on this sheet here. Look at that. All right. Let's have a look here. Oh, look at this. Breaking. A school in United Kingdom has appointed an AI robot as a principal. Is that real? Look at that. That's interesting. You know, why not? The great thing with this is it's 24/7 production, right? They don't take holidays, they don't get sick. There might be some repairs, but that's interesting to see here. Now, the other thing that you have here I want to show you is you can put background music. So let's say you have your office is loud and you have people coughing or typing. You can put this in the background and it can help get rid of the background noise for you. It also has an auto cancellation feature. What we're playing right now is called Chill Hop. And even on the free version, you get several different choices. You get down tempo, you get lo-fi, and you get future pop. And these are all um, okay to play. They are not going to give you a strike. They're copyright-free music, if you know what that entails. That can be intense if you play your music. You can get these warnings. I know from my own broadcast in the past years. They're pretty lenient now, to the point of not giving out strikes, which is nice. So let's be careful here. Got to go over to this side, click this back, and then we're back on the screen. There is a bit of a learning curve with Restream, but you'll get used to it. And I think I'm on week number 1. I'm going to be trying a couple other platforms that are free as well, but for the seamlessness, and I mean on the internet, where you can go from one window to another, this is pretty amazing. All right, so let's say we highlight this. We'll do some quotes here because we always do them on Thursday. And this was sent in here. You're safe with me, I promise. And when you get scared, look me in the eyes, hold me a little tighter, and smile, because I'm not going anywhere. Well, that's nice. Let's click that back. And if I close this, and you can find that on Great Quotes on Twitter. All right, so I'm going to slide this over a bit here. Look at this. Josh Allen is the first NFL with a completion rate of 80% and a yards per attempt at 11.9 with 6 TDs. Yeah, and 6 TDs, I believe that's him going in himself. He's kind of a wild guy. He's more prone to injuries. He doesn't mind putting his body to harm. Here's another one from Carly Joy, MS. Spread love wherever you go. I like this one here. This is from Dolphins Enlightened. Here, I'll increase the size for you. Thought of the day, your value does not decrease based on someone else's inability to see your worth. Here's one from Megan divine. When you read about prolonged grief disorder and how the whole world is at risk, remind yourself that grief is normal and healthy, and no one gets to tell you how to grieve. Here's one from Mind Hustler. Love is medicine, sleep is medicine, water is medicine, fasting is medicine, sunlight is medicine, exercise is medicine, laughter is medicine, gratitude is medicine, meditation is medicine, forgiveness is meditation, and forgiveness is medicine. I like this one here. Medicine is not always pills. Natural food is medicine. Yeah, I would agree. Sometimes, an ibuprofen is not so bad. Especially if your knees or back or your hands, whatever your ailment is. I'm not against an ibuprofen occasionally. I think if you're doing them 3 or 4 times a day, not so good. So if you were to pick 5 teams right now in the NFL that you felt where the team was aligned and everything was going as planned, I think you'd have a rough time. For me, I'm looking at the roster and I'm thinking, okay, if you look at the Eagles, right? Philadelphia Eagles, they have not played as well as they did last year. They seem to be having some growing pains with all the injuries, to be fair. There are a few new players, but if you go, to the depth of their roster, they are probably one of the most skilled teams. Frazier, how are you, Frazier? I notice you're on Twitch. So here, I'm going to share that here for you. So if you want to share a comment, all you have to do is hover above it and hit it, and it will be on your screen as we speak here. Frazier and I used to do a morning show on Haps. Let's say it would be about a year ago now. And Frazier lives in Scotland. So Frazier, how are you feeling? How's your health been? The other thing is, let's be kind. Would you be interested in an invite? What I can do is I'll click it here. So all you have to do is cut and paste. And the health is good. Oh, good. Paste. There you go. Now you have the link below there. I believe you can see it. Let's see here. So if I hit your comment, reply, I like the music in the background. That's kind of cool. Okay, I don't need that anymore. All right, so, and if you want to get rid of the comment, you just click on it and it will get rid of it, if I remember correctly. I think so. Oh, no problem, buddy. My health is good. The only thing that's happened recently is I hurt my knee. That's it. And it's slowly getting better, which is awesome. Very happy to not be suffering. But as you get older, right? Every week you have something. You have some kind of aches or pains, or it's just the way things go. Have you tried Restream, Frazier, at all? I'm currently on the free version right now. And it reminds me a lot of Haps, but without the glitches, which is nice. Let's see here. I'm not too sure how to get rid of this. This is interesting. I did it the other day, but I don't know how to do it now. It's interesting. Oh, I think I know. There, I got it. You actually have to go into the chat overlay column and hit it again. So for anybody trying this again, you can't take it off from going directly over it on the screen. So that's cool. Use StreamYard. Do you pay for StreamYard at all, Fraser? Fraser, I can remember using StreamYard with Randy, and it was good. It was pretty clear. The first time I tried Restream, I wasn't terribly impressed with it. Where it looks like they've done a lot of fine tuning, and the quality is a lot better than it used to be. Okay, let's click this. It's funny, my daughter just posted something. Okay, here we go. So here's one here. This is called Mood Book. Let's see if we can click this. All right. Yep, it fits. All right. I wish I could tell my younger self it's okay to slow down, because now I barely have time to catch a breath. That's funny. It's true, though. The pace of life as you get older seems to speed up for many. Not all, but I noticed that you're feeling a lot better. You look very tanned. I'm not, though. It's the lighting in this room, but I do. I'll take it. All right, here's one. Today will never come again. Be a blessing, be a friend. Encourage someone to take time to care. Let your words heal and not wound. I actually like the graphics on that one. That's pretty cool. That was my phone going off there. This is interesting. Players I enjoyed watching most yesterday. This is from a while ago. This is from December 5th, 2022. Christian Watson, Aaron Rodgers, who is injured now, Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon, Justin Jefferson, who is also injured right now, Harrison Smith, Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, and Jared Goff. Now, Jared Goff is on fire this year. He's absolutely unbelievable. This is interesting. You ready here? Top male names over the last 100 years in the USA. James was number 1. Number 2 is Robert. John is number 3. Michael is number 4. William is number 5. David is 6. Richard is number 7. 8 is Joseph. 9 is Thomas. And 10 is Charles. Think of the channels I've listened to. This one's my favorite for the music, for the background. So if I click here, oh, that's hilarious. That's wild. So if I get out of here, all right, now I'm back on the main screen. It's a lot of different clicks. But TweetDeck, it never used to be this complicated, but it is now. Okay, so let's try this. These are all people that I follow in the tech world, and these are all influencers. I highly recommend them. As you can see there, you can see the follow. Some of these individuals have close to 1 million followers on Twitter. Some are less. And I think the average would be maybe around 100,000. But we all know that it's not necessarily how many followers you have to designate, basically your influence on Twitter. But Evan, I've followed for a long time. Timothy, I've also followed for a long time. Ellie is, I think, one of the biggest creators right now in tech. Edward733 is a good guy as well. And Nick on the top there is a good dude too. And it's always been very generous. So I highly recommend following all those individuals that you see on this list. Okay, so I'll just click back here, and I got to do it from here. Knowledge, how are you? My team sucks this year. What's your team this year, Knowledge? I haven't seen you in ages. Not since Habs. Are you still wearing the Spider-Man outfits? That's good. Do you broadcast at all on Twitch? So Twitch, I think, ended up getting a percentage of the people that used to do Habs. I think that's fair to say. And a lot of people that live in Europe. So it might be wise for me to try to do a broadcast every other day with the extension of Twitch. So right now I'm running YouTube and I'm running Twitch. But if you had the basic, and I think basic runs $16 right now, you could do 5 streams. The only problem is if you run 5 streams, I don't know if you're going to get the same kind of fluidity. There may be a bit of a delay. I haven't tried it, but with 2, I've never had a problem. I can do multiple programs and it works really well. Okay. Let's look at the notifications here. Anybody who doesn't know Tony, let's do Tony here. Tony is definitely worth a follow. Let's see if we can flip him back into the screen here. So you can go like this, and we can go like that, click that, there. And we can move, so you can move this as well. Now Shift 1, what is that? Ah, interesting. I like that one actually. This is probably the most effective though if you're interesting. Okay. Still learning. Let's move this over here. There we go. We all know him. There's Tony. The random multi-broadcaster. You can't go wrong. You might be able to recognize some of the individuals there as well. Oh, let's, you know what? I want to check this out. This is kind of cool before I go. Okay, so we're looking here. If you could name 3 teams here that you enjoy, what would they be? All right. Now, if I want to shift that, interesting. So look like this? No. Yeah, that might be my best bet. So if you look here, I would say my top 3 would be right here. The Lions, number 1. Number 2, Buffalo. Number 3, probably San Fran right now. Those are my favorites. Okay, so let's see if we can go back to the main stream here. This is where I have to be careful. All right. Click this. So here's the power rankings. And I'll read them off to you, and you can tell me if you think this is correct or not. All right, so perfect. All right, so we have the 49ers in first. Number 2 is the Bills. Number 3 is the Dolphins. Number 4 is the Eagles. The Jaguars are number 5. Number 6 is the Lions. Number 7, the Super Bowl champions last year, the Chiefs. Number 8, the Cowboys. Number 9, the Ravens. Number 10, the Rams. And I think the Rams have a chance of winning some serious stuff this year. We've got the Seahawks at 11, which are a really well-coached team. The Bengals, who any other year would probably be in the top 4. Number 13, the Chargers. Number 14, this is shocking, the Buccaneers. You know, yeah, all it takes is a good quarterback, right? Baker Mayfield this year has been great. Number 15 is the Steelers. 16, the Texans. 17, the Browns. 18, the Commanders. 19, the Jets. I think the Jets are better than that. I think that's not right. The Colts also, I think, should be higher. Number 20, the Falcons 21, Packers 22, the Saints 23, the Raiders 24, the Vikings 25, Titans 26, the Cardinals 27, the Broncos 28, the Bears 29, the Giants, who have had an absolutely brutal year this year. At 30, the Patriots at 31, and in dead last, the Panthers, who have yet to win a game this year. So hopefully that changes soon for them. Yeah, see, everybody has a different thought. So I'm looking at another list here, and Patrick Mahomes is the number 1 quarterback. Tua is number 2. Dak is number 3. Justin Herbert is number 4. Trevor Lawrence is 5. And Jalen Hurts is 6. Let's see if I can see more. Number 7 is Josh Allen. And 8 is Jared Goff. So Jared Goff, I think, is actually higher than that right now. But statistically, if you go with just stats, and I'm not talking wins and losses, Kirk Cousins has one of the highest pass ratings and yards of anybody in the league. It's unbelievable. But it was nice having knowledge here. I'm glad that we spent some time together here. So, Knowledge, are you still doing any broadcasting? I think I saw you on a while ago, but it might have been Twitter Spaces, because I really haven't been watching Twitch. It wasn't until I activated this app, Restream, that I thought, you know what, why not? Why not, indeed. We're coming up to 30 minutes. That is a good time to cut off here in a second. But Fraser, if you're available in the future, give me an idea and we'll do something. We'll do some kind of show. Even if we're on together for about 20 minutes, I think For many people, that'll be a walk down memory lane. But we probably did, I wouldn't doubt, maybe 100 shows, something like that. At least 50, somewhere between 50 and 100, but I would say closer to 100 over the year and a half. And it was pretty much every morning there for about 3 or 4 months that you came on. Oh, this is cool. Let's have a look at this. All right, click that. Oh, there we go. Oh, interesting. I didn't know I could do that either. Okay, so how do I get that to go small again? Let's see here. Interesting. So I don't know. Okay. I'm still full. Let's see what I can do here. Now, what's this over here? We're still running. Yep. Okay, we're still running. Settings here. Oh, here we go. There, I got it back. All right. I don't think I'll do that again. That's so funny. All right, let's try this again. Let's see if we can get this right this time. So we're going to go to the share button and we're going to hit here. And it's a few clicks. There we go. We finally got it right. So I find sometimes if I do too many of the same functions over and over again, it might lock slightly. So you have to learn how to get yourself back out, but it wasn't that hard. The only thing I did there was I actually put the full screen. And then once I got to the full screen, I didn't have access to the controls to do other things. And I was kind of lost in limbo. And I remember that happening before in other programs and laughing. So it is currently 12:15. This is around lunchtime for many. If you're in England right now, it's around 5, right? Fraser, what time is it there as we speak? And Knowledge, you live in the States, right? I believe so. Okay, let's see here. Let's end it up with... Let's hit this. Let's hit the Saints for a second here. So many hamstring pulls right now. And the Jaguars right now. Trevor Lawrence is questionable with a knee injury. That should be a good game. The Jaguars and the Saints. They're pretty evenly matched. They're both great teams. This is interesting. So if you look at, this is the top 10 NFL teams, defense yards allowed. Okay, the Browns, 1,002. Ravens, 1,565. The 49ers, 1,668. The Falcons, 1,669. The Saints, 1,670. The Chiefs, 1,704. Now, the Chiefs this year, they have been actually unbelievable on defense where they have not been in years prior. They've always depended on their explosive offense, and it just hasn't been this year. So it looks like they've found a way to win just through a different avenue, right? The Lions 17-15 and the Cowboys 17-32. And the Cowboys need more yeah, I don't want to be mean. Okay, most of the key players right now are injured. And I think it's easy to remember, when everybody was healthy and everything was, going. Like the first two games, they were on fire. But by game 3, they had lost a lot of the key pieces. And it's hard to win in the NFL unless you have your, roster absolutely packed and everybody healthy. And it's going to be interesting to see how banged up a lot of the teams are going to be by week 10. Currently, we're on week 7. So thank you for being here. If you can, please subscribe, leave a comment. If you enjoy this programming, you can, leave a lovely tip through PayPal. Would be greatly appreciated. And we will leave you with this thought here. I just want to find this one thing here okay, here we go. I'm going to share this. This, I believe, is something that Tony D shared. So if you look here at all the music that is on this wall, name 2 of the artists on here that you like and maybe would have in your collection of music. I'm looking here and I'll do it. For me, it would probably be LL Cool J. And then after that, it would be probably Public Enemy. Those are the 2 that I'd be most likely to listen to. And then after that, it would be Tupac and probably A Tribe Called Quest. All right. That's all she wrote. We will see you soon, I hope. And if you can, share this, like it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. We would appreciate having you. We now have on YouTube, I believe, 4,200 subscribers. So thank you. Twitch, I have no idea. I'll have to look it up. I think Twitch is something like 200. But the great thing about Twitch is the 200 that are on there are people I know and people that used to frequent Haps. So I do appreciate you being here today. Thank you so much. And I have to find the end stream button.